I am what I am and that's all that I am. I am what I am, I'm a hooligan. I am what I am and that's all that I am. I am what I am, I'm a hooligan. I am what I am and that's all that I am. I am what I am, I'm a hooligan. I am what I am and that's all that I am. I am what I am, I'm still a hooligan.
I'm waking up at like 11 in the morning, playing by the rules, yo, it's just so boring. I'm eating Captain Crunch for lunch, do I got issues? Yeah, man, I got a bunch. Like late night fist fights, half pints and dirt fights. Yo, I love them all, so they label me an outlaw. But I still keep it raw. You don't have to respect me, you can love me or hate me.
Alright, so today we're going to be working on my dad's truck. It's got a coolant leak. It's the 2013 F-150. It's the 5.0 motor. But I replaced one of the O-rings, I'm going to say about 2-3 weeks ago. Still leaking. And then I figured out that there's another piece leaking, and so that we're gonna replace that one today. I took it apart yesterday. I'll show you guys what I did, and then we'll go from there. So I'll show you what the part is that I got. It's this piece right here. What goes bad is, well, inside here there's an O-ring. There's an O-ring in there. I don't know if you can see it. Anyways, you can't buy that O-ring separate unless you get it off of like eBay or something. And then we needed to fix it like today. So what you can do is you just can buy the whole entire like Y piece, I guess you can say, from Ford. It's about like $50-$60, but it comes with that O-ring in there. So that's what we had to do. So anyways, had to buy this, and then what we had to do is get some more coolant. But so it's weird, they went from orange coolant to the yellow coolant. So and what I've been reading is you can just kind of mix them together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting this in and then mixing up some of that new yellow coolant, and then throwing some of that in there, letting it bleed out. And alright, so we're out here at the truck. I've got it all torn apart like I said, but I'm going to just show you guys. It's really easy. This probably takes about 15 minutes to take apart. So anyways, first thing I want to do is, here's the intake. Loosen up this clamp right here, and then loosen up this clamp right here on the throttle body. You're going to work the throttle body one off first, and then take this one off, or it doesn't matter, whatever you can do first. Then flip it up, push it out the way. Then next what you're going to want to do is, so there's an upper radiator hose that comes from right here all the way down, and it'll go to this Y piece right here. So you guys can see that. Yeah. So you're going to, so the clamps are going to be like this. You're going to want to pry it up, like pry it out, hold it, and then pry this other side out, or you can push right there. But anyways, so yeah, that's what you're gonna have to do. But basically, it's just on this side. So yeah, do it to this one. Pull that off first. Pull that off of here. Well, this is usually turned. That's usually turned more straight. But anyways, take it off of this one first, and then what you're gonna do is unbolt your throttle body, and that goes right here. I've got a rag in mine. It's just 4 of these bolts right here. I think they're 8mm or something close to it. Oh, it's a 5/16. So yeah. So then you're gonna pull your throttle body off, and then what you're gonna want to do is loosen this clamp right here, back here. This clamp goes all the way over here. I used some channel locks right here. Took them, pinched it, pulled it back. You might have to work at it a little bit because if they're on there for a little bit, they'll be stuck. Anyways, get that over here off the fitting, so you're able to turn it. And then what you're gonna want to do is start just pulling. So basically, take this one off, or set it back so it can come off, and then you can pull it off of that one. It goes to the water pump, I believe. Whatever that is right there. It goes to that. So you can pull it off of there. And then if you're replacing the whole piece, which I'm going to be doing, you're going to want to take this whole thing off. Just grab this and wiggle it off. And you can put on your new piece right here. Basically just do reverse steps. Boom. put it in like that. And if not, if you have the O-ring, you're just gonna go in there, take that one out because it goes back here. You'll see the groove. Take a little pick, get the O-ring out, replace it. They do sell kits on eBay that come with 3 O-rings, right? So I'll show you guys because I had to read a bunch of forums, but this video would be nice. 1 O-ring goes in here, which is a big one, like this, right? It's a bigger O-ring. Oh, shoot. I'll show you the size difference. So here are the O-rings. Here's the one that Ford doesn't make unless you buy the Y. And here's the one that they do sell that goes inside here. And it goes also right, ooh, kind of hard to see. See if I can get in there. Right there on that one. But that one usually doesn't go bad. But if you buy the kit, it comes with 2 of the bigger O-rings, one for there, and then one for down there. And then it comes with this one right here that goes inside the plastic Y piece. And that's only available on eBay or Amazon or some other online website. Ford don't sell it. So anyways, that's that. So if you're trying to call Ford to get this O-ring, it does not exist. You'd have to buy the whole Y, which we did, and it comes with it in it. I'm hoping that this video actually does help quite a few people because I had to do some digging. But anyways, so that's that. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna pull this off right here, and I'm gonna put the new one on and start reattaching everything. So I just kept spinning this until it broke free and came off of right there. So that's what that looks like. Okay, here's the old one. Here we got the new one. So basically this clip is preset. It's got a little holder right there, so whenever it's in where you want it, after you connect your lines, then you just snap that and it'll or squeeze it together and it'll unlock. Anyway, so I'm going to see if I can just throw this on real quick. Let's see if I can push this. Okay, push it in and it'll click in. Okay, so what I did was I did not try to put this on. All I did was put this on all the way to the back, and then what I did is I had this clip right here. Oops, this clip, they're in the position right here, so it can go on. And then you just push it on, and then this will slide down into position whenever it goes in all the way. So now, pull on it, it won't come off. And then what we're gonna do is then put the throttle body on, basically working backwards. Throw the throttle body on, then put this hose on right here, and then do that clamp right there. So just in case we have to turn it or whatever, I don't think we will, but just in case we can. Yeah, so let me throw this throttle body on. Alright, what we're gonna do is put this right back down on here. Let me grab some bolts. Just throw one in here. It's in there like so. Start threading. Start threading it in. Okay, so that'll hold it like that, and then we'll go around throwing our other bolts. Okay, so now we got the intake. The manifold. Sorry, the throttle body. The throttle body's in position, and then next we're going to take our hose over here, bring it back down, and put it onto here. This already has a new O-ring. I don't know if you can see below that little white ring or whatever. We put one in there because that one was leaking, Here's the thing once again. We got to pull that pin back into those grooves right there, put it on, and snap that on. So then after that we'll add some coolant. After that, snap that thing closed, put the intake back on, put some coolant in there. So alright, let's get to it. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys why that the fittings on these things leak. So basically, you have an end like this, and then you have an end like this. Usually this end right here will go into an end like this. And when that goes in, the only thing sealing it is, in that groove back there, is an O-ring, which I have right here. And over the time of this O-ring being in there, usually they're round, they tend to flatten out, just like any other O-ring. And then once they flatten out, and let's say it gets cold, they shrink up. So in the cold they shrink, and in the heat they expand. So when it's cold, usually this truck, every time it would leak, it would only be here when it's parked, because it's when it's cold. And then it would seep out a bunch of coolant out of here. Got everything back together now. Intake's all tight. Everything's back together. So we're gonna go mix some coolant right now. I'm gonna have a video up, you guys can watch that, on how to mix the yellow coolant. Alright, so just made the video on how to mix your yellow coolant that Ford now recommends and sells, because they no longer sell the orange coolant. So basically we're going to pour this into there until it goes to the cold fill line right there, and then we're going to start it up and try to get all the air bubbles out. Alright, so let's get this coolant in there. Okay, so there's one whole gallon. Alright, let me go grab the other bottle and we'll go in there. Okay, now I can see that I made a mess everywhere. But it's right about the cold fill line. So we're gonna leave the cap off, go in here, start it up, and let the thermostat open. So basically let it run until the fluid in here starts moving. Okay, so the fluid rose. Probably been sitting for about 10 minutes maybe. Rose up, it's moving, thermostat's open now. So I'm gonna go ahead and cap this, and then we're gonna go for a test drive. So hope all is well. We shall see. Alright, so we're in the truck. Went on a quick test drive. Everything looks to be good. Check back under there, no leaks, no nothing. So real test will be when it gets cold and tonight, and see if there's any sort of leakage or anything underneath those hoses. So I'll put that in the video at the end. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys learned anything, good. If you didn't, sorry. If you got any advice for me on anything I did wrong or whatever, leave it down in the comments. But anyways, thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.